Very good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 279th edition of our Saturday webinar series, hosted by Managed Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship. Myself, Dr. Rahalya, and I'm delighted to engage with such dynamic audience today. So let me give a short introduction about Center before going to the session. So since October 2020, this flagship knowledge platform started in 2020 has delivered 278 uninterrupted weekly webinars, driving capacity building, innovation diffusion, and entrepreneurial momentum across the India's agriculture sector. This year also marks 6 impactful years of Manacia championing agripreneurship, innovation ecosystem, and enterprise acceleration in India's agriculture. To date, our outreach has connected with more than 50,000 participants, featuring insights from 500 domain experts, ecosystem leaders, and industry practitioners who have catalyzed transformation across agriculture value chain. Manacia has emerged as a launchpad for agri-innovators, empowering over 1,100 entrepreneurs to convert their ideas into scalable ventures. And we are proud to have incubated 562 startups spanning diverse agriculture sectors, strengthening India's agriculture ecosystem. Along with this, we are also offering expert guidance, specialized training in crucial areas such as agro-processing, post-harvest technologies, value addition, farm mechanization, animal husbandry, fisheries, dairy, commodity trading, supply chain management, and agri-consultancy, ensuring that our entrepreneurs are equipped to tackle every challenge in their journey. In today's session, we are going to focus on theme called urban agriculture by discussing the topic called building community-driven agriculture, innovative CSA model for the modern era. So it is privileged to introduce our resource person for the today's session. So to begin, I invite our managing intern Ishika Gautam to introduce our speaker.
Thank you, ma'am. Hello, everyone. I'm Rishika from Team Manage CIA. It is my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today's webinar, Mr. Parikshit, co-founder of RD Companion Services Private Limited, an organization working towards improving soil health and promoting sustainable agriculture. Mr. Parikshit has over 20 years of experience in media, marketing, and developing practical solutions for soil health, with a strong focus on increasing organic matter in farm soils. Through his work, he has been actively involved in building strong connections between urban communities and farmers by promoting composting and waste to food circular economy models. As a co-founder of RD Companions, he has played an important role in integrating scientific composting methods with farming practices, helping improve soil fertility, reduce waste, and support environmentally responsible agriculture. His efforts have contributed to making sustainable farming more accessible and cost-effective, especially for farmers working in resource-limited conditions. We are delighted to have him with us today to share his valuable experience and insights on sustainable soil management and urban-rural linkages. With this brief introduction of Sir, I would now like to hand over the session to him. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for this introduction. Uh, uh, I got a little bogged down with this introduction, I got to know that a lot is to be done still. No matter I'm working on all those things that you mentioned over there, but still a lot to go. Gauri, I will ask you to share the PPT. Once I'm ready, I would like to talk to everyone right now without PPT.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so this next 1 hour, I would like to present this as more like my experience-based learning on what I was doing, how I got into this, and where I've reached. I believe that through this experience itself, there would be a lot of technical inputs I'll be giving related to urban agriculture, because that's what has been my core. So when I say urban agriculture, it's actually more of a community integration from the urban and rural side. Just before we start, I would like to share with you. I'm actually on a farm of a, yeah, here I go, picador chili farm. I'm here just to study the farm, and it's amazing actually. And it's really nice I'm talking to you guys on this day where I'm having a farm visit. In 2014, I quit my job. I was in a media marketing company, and I thought I would take a break from corporate life. So it was like I thought I would take a break for 3 months and I will start searching the job again. And that's when I came across a friend in my organization who said like he's got a farm. I said like why not do farming? So like 15th of April I quit my job. 16th of April I started going through Google videos, YouTube videos, and I actually decided to grow cucumber. This was a chemical method of growing cucumber using mulching and all. I ended up making 1 lakh in that particular crop. I was very happy. And like the second crop I took was bitter gourd, Karela, and that was a rookie mistake. I know you guys are all agri experts, and taking a same family crop one after another is going to create a lot of pest issues. So whatever I earned, I lost within next 2 months. So that's how my journey started uh, in farming. And while I was doing this, started talking to farmers, and one such farmer around me was growing watermelons, and his watermelon was about to be harvested. There were around 10 to 12 days before he will harvest his watermelons, and he observed that there were rodents in his farm. So his watermelons were getting poked, punctured by these rodents. They were eating his watermelons. He was a poor farmer. So this guy, decided to use Thymet through drip into his farm, and uh, that's how he took care of rodents. If you guys may know that Thymet is one of the most poisonous pesticide available in the market, and it was used in the watermelons. Those watermelons have pesticide residue time of 22 days. The watermelons went into the market and were actually sold. And I don't know how many people actually consumed those watermelons with Thymet toxication. Uh, that's where uh, I was shocked uh, with this stark reality, the ground reality, because I couldn't blame the farmer also. His lakhs of rupees were at stake if he wouldn't have had harvested that watermelon in right condition. He would have faced big loss. And that started questioning me on what I am doing, because I was doing I was doing chemical farming by then. After that, I started finding different models, like how I could do profitable farming. First thing I did is I stopped doing chemical farming. I switched to organic farming. And by the way, I forgot by then that I was supposed to go back to corporate. So I didn't go back to the job. I started searching for right ways of growing organic food, and that's when I came across Jean Martin from Quebec, Canada. He is a rock star of small farm market gardeners. I studied his model, uh, and during the same year, I went to Bhai Kaka Krishi Kendra in Gujarat, where I did biodynamic farming course. And while I was doing all this, I was farming at my farm. I never owned a farm, so I always worked on someone else's farm. And when I was doing this farm, I got to know that okay, I have to do organic farming, and I got to know that there's not just organic farming. There is zero budget natural farming. There is biodynamic farming. There is organic farming, and I decided to try everything. So I did rice with ZBNF technology. I did Jivamrut. I did all types of inoculations, natural pesticides. Then I started doing permanent bed system, no tillage farming, and that's how I came up with my first farm. I named it as Mangalmurthy Farm Fresh. It was a 4-acre plot near Pune, and we started doing permanent bed system farming. It's a combination of permaculture and organic farming and biodynamic and ZBNF combination of all. You take best practices from every type of farming and try to grow healthy food. So the process was like we would make beds on the farm, and we would never till them. So tilling would be like around 4 inches tilling with a walk along tractor. And we started marketing our own produce. We had 120 subscribers when we started, around 80 to 120 always. And we started doing mix of vegetables, 100% organic, and we had very good quality food. People liked our food, but then the different problems started coming in. So one of the problems I faced, if you want to do any type of farming, be it chemical farming or organic farming, you need organic matter of 10%, or let's say soil organic carbon of 5%. So 5% is way too high in India. That's not possible in temperate region, but still we should reach 2 to have a decent organic produce. And that's where I started facing problem of getting good quality, consistent supply of organic matter. Uh, so I would go to various mandis and get the waste from there, try to convert it into compost, and then use it in the farm. Um, while doing all this, 3 4 years had already passed. Every year we would do 3 seasons, at the most. 3 seasons, 2 seasons. Where I was farming was more like a heavy rainfall area. So 3 months we couldn't farm, and during last 2 months there was no water. So what I got to know is uh, running an organic market garden is an amazing experience. But if you talk about sustainability in terms of economy, it's a little difficult. That's where I started facing problem. And while I was doing all this, my partner Abhijit was not a partner by then. He was working on composting solutions in the city area. I'm from Pune. And as per new 2016 solid waste management rule, people are supposed to manage their own wet waste, the kitchen waste that I'm talking about. And he is a mechanical engineer. He was in IT company. He quit his job. He wanted to work on special purpose machines, and he came across a composting project. So he developed a machine and started selling it. What he got to know is people were buying composting machines, but they were actually not using it. They were outsourcing the operation of that machine to their security guard or their maid, and the machines would fail. People would get 5% rebate on their property tax because they bought that machine, but the solution won't get converted. And that's where he got hooked onto the composting part. He was already working with one housing society when we both got talking, and I told him, like, I need organic matter in large quantities, with consistent supply, consistent quality, uh, and the way I want it. So right now, if you look into the market, there would be the bags of vermicompost costing 300 to 600 rupees, and I am looking at loading my beds with kind of half ton per 1,000 square feet kind of loading. It's not affordable. And that's how in 2017 we first initiated a concept, farm integrated waste management. We were seeing that in the housing societies, people were struggling with their waste. uh, Here we didn't have good quality organic matter, and how to solve this problem. Can we connect these two? Gauri, I would like you to share the uh, presentation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So 2016, we actually 17, we started our farm integrated waste management plant. We were doing around 800 to 900 kgs per day kind of a waste processing on our plant. And whatever waste came to our plant, we processed it scientifically, establishing the CN ratio, turning it regularly, aerating it, and convert it into compost and use it on the farm. And we saw the results, and we were very happy with the results. This again, by the time we could establish this and see the results for ourselves, 3 more years had gone, and we were hit by COVID. um, so our journey again became tough plus exciting plus important. what I got to know is if I want to make any impact in agriculture, I will have to solve this problem of organic matter. Can I solve it? And that's where we started our organization, the Companion Services Private Limited. We registered it in 2023 May. We've been working on this concept since 2017. Next page, Gauri. So the focus of our organization is basically to work on soil fertility and social hygiene. The housing societies are struggling with wet waste. As a rule, they are supposed to comply. They have other solutions, like they will buy organic waste composter or a vermicompost. They will build vermicompost pits, but most of the times they are infested with rodents. They don't operate properly, and then again they have to illegally, get the waste out of the housing society. The On the other side, the farmers need organic matter. They need to increase the soil organic carbon. If you want to increase efficiency of chemical fertilizers, you need to have organic matter in your soil. If you need to hold water in your soil, you need organic matter. Right now, people are short supplying their farms with organic matter because it's not easily available or it costs high. And that's where we decided we will provide composting as a service for housing societies in integration with the farm. This is a process innovation to bridge the gap between the urban and the rural communities. What I'm talking here may not sound like a rocket science, taking waste and putting it in the farm. Everyone is talking about it as a policy, but to do it on ground as a process innovation where the urban community and the rural community integrate is where our role comes in. Uh, next page, Gauri. So today we are connected with 75 housing societies in Pune who are providing us segregated wet waste. So the waste is segregated at source. These are around 5,500 plus flats. They are paying user fees to uh, get our composting as a service. Okay, we do daily gate pickup. So there is a daily gate collection. There is a collection door-to-door collection team who does door-to-door segregated waste collection, brings it at the gate. The dry waste is taken by the PMC authorized vendors for recycling. And we are also PMC empaneled agency. We collect the wet waste and take it to the composting plant at Kodit. Now, right now we are doing around 3.6 tons per day wet waste processing. We are connected with a farmer, Offerings Farms Foods Private Limited, who supply the exotic fruits, vegetables, and herbs to shopping complexes, five-star hotels. This is a organic certified farm. Uh, 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 what we had observed during our experience from 2017 to 2020 is soil organic carbon of our soil increased from 0.22 to 1.22%, and we were very happy with that performance. We could see the difference in the plant growth, and same we wanted to share it with other farmers now. So my farm has stopped in 2022 and we integrated 100% with this farmer, and our focus was to create a model solution, a decentralized wet waste management plant which can be replicated easily around the city. So wherever there are farming clusters, we will build these composting plants, and they can provide compost to the farmers around. A little ambitious part of it is that we would like to bring that food grown with that compost back to the community from where the waste is coming, and that's how we started establishing waste to food circular economy. uh, we have 13 employees. There are 4 processing employees and around 6 logistics employees. Uh, in this entire process, uh, my journey started with clean food. I thought chemical is a taboo. I switched to organic farming, and then I realized, like, if you want clean food, you'll have to reduce the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides altogether. And at broader level, if you want to do that, you'll have to create a solution which can help farmers grow clean food. And that's where we believe Earthy Companions Services Private Limited is playing a big role. Uh, Putting in that level of organic matter in the soil actually increases water holding capacity, improves efficiency of chemical fertilizers, and as the plants become healthy, your pesticide and insecticide sprays also reduce. So at present, I would like to tell you where we are. We are right now almost closing in on a viable, sustainable waste management plant. We call it farm integrated waste management plant. Uh, we are breaking even operationally. We believe we'll start selling compost within next 2 or 3 months, which will make us profitable at unit level. And this unit level uh, uh, economics we would like to take to investors and propose that we can build many such plants um, around the city, and develop waste to food circular economy platform based on this. That's the idea. I would just like to give you a little input on how our plant works. Next slide, please. So these are wards in our in Pune. These are the housing societies at respective wards where we are providing services. Uh, there is still resistance on people to pay for wet waste management because there are parallel services which are being done at a cheaper level. Those are not legal solutions. I believe that as the population density goes on increasing, the tendency of people to pay for wet waste management as a user fee form will increase. Just to give you an example, Dhanukar, one of the wards that you can see in this list, has a redevelopment rate of 75%. Almost 75% old buildings, old houses are getting converted into minimum 13 stories, 20 stories buildings, and which means that's like tenfold increase in the residents. As this number of residents increase, the waste generated by these buildings is proportionally going to increase. And as per this new law, the land filling is stopped completely. So we believe this is going to be the future of the cities. Next slide. So whatever gate collection we do using our vehicles, they are fitted with GPS monitors. So we are able to calculate number of kilometers. We are able to calculate the service quality if they are missing on any pickups. On the right side, you can see the CCTV at processing plant, where we can remotely monitor the plant, all the happenings on the plant. That helps us build efficiency and monitor the progress of waste minute to minute. Next slide. So the entire journey of our composting plant has been from creating container based composts to what you are seeing right now in the photograph. So we started with revolving pits. These were huge metal drums which we used to revolve once in a day, 3 rotations to mix the waste into carbon. And this waste would remain in the container for around 8 days till the waste was ready to get out, the nuisance value goes out. And we realized, like, the scaling, that particular design had scaling limitations, and that's where we built this new plant. uh, uh, this was the time when we were in cohort 10, we got incubated and we actually built this new composting system. This is a 1 acre land on which we have built half-acre composting plant, which is basically a 2,000 square meter poly house with LDP pond liner at the bottom. So whatever waste comes is laid onto this HDP pond liner. So the leachate that comes out of the waste does not go into the ground, which is the primary requirement for groundwater pollution not to happen. And this entire leachate is collected into the pond that you can see over here. And this leachate, whatever is collected, is diluted with the water and again given to the composting windrows, so that we use water more efficiently and the microbial activity of the compost keeps on going on. This particular plant is suitable for around 6,000 to 7,000 flats easily. Next slide. Sorry, I'm not able to see the next slide. So whatever gate collection is done, and when the waste comes to the plant, we do the shredding of that particular waste. We use a beater shredder as of now. The waste is broken into smaller pieces. The surface area of the waste is increased. We mix it with garden waste and to establish CN ratio. And once that is done, we lay it in a windrow form so that the composting process starts. Composting would generally take 90 to 120 days in all. This is with culture, with shredding, with everything. That's what our experience has been. And once the compost is ready, right now we already have a 15-acre organic farm to which we are supplying. And as we speak, we are in a process to sell this compost to nearby farmers. So we've bought sieving infrastructure and now we are creating high quality compost. We would like to go for licensing of this compost and sell it in and around places. This is the shredding process. Since we are in a little outskirts, because waste is a little nuisance, so smell comes. So we have a lot of resistance from people to build these kind of plants in uh, near housing residential areas. So this place has electricity problem. So most of our equipments are either petrol engine operated, diesel engine operated kind of infrastructure. Next slide. One of the biggest advantages is we are able to work on a waste management plant across 12 months because now we have a covered infrastructure. This is a turner. This keeps our windrows aerated. This makes keeps the compost uh, moist and uniformly aerated. This is done twice in a week across the windrows. Next slide. So these are the windrows once the load happens. Those you can see are actually uh, water vapors. The temperature of compost can go as high as 65 degrees Celsius. And this is a 100% zero leachate system. Uh, this entire leachate is used back into the system. In fact, we fall short of water, so we have to use water from outside to keep these moist and aerated. Next slide. And of course, yeah. So the end result is food. Uh, we've been using this compost on this particular farm for last 4 years, and there is a dramatic change in water holding capacity. This is a 100% organic farm, so they don't use any insecticides, pesticides, or chemical fertilizers, but they directly see the difference in the uh, plant morphology, quality of produce that they get overall. Other than that, we ourselves have worked on our farm for around 5 years with this compost, and we had seen amazing results uh, with compost. Say all said, then that compost is not a direct nutrition replacement. Compost is a soil conditioner. So to have healthy soil, you need compost, and of course, then you'll need food for soil, which is basically a organic, concentrated organic nutrition like bone meal, rock phosphate, seed meals, which will actually provide phosphorus and potassium to your fruits, to your plants, to your vegetables. But for these to work, you will need organic matter in the soil. Without that, this is not possible. Uh, Next slide. So this is the business model, our vision. We believe on the left hand side, what you are seeing is a single circular economy unit where the housing societies, the urban areas, pay you the user fee. They provide segregated waste to us. Okay, we can do this with 6,000 plants in one circular economy unit. This waste we can process up to 4 tons per day in one particular unit. Um, this employs around 16 employees from weaker sections. Uh, that's three logistic vehicles and 15 acres farm right now, and will produce around 35 tons of compost per month per circular economy unit. Okay, this circular economy unit, we are very close at break even level. We believe that we will be operationally profitable by this June, July. Okay, that's first part. Once this unit level economics we are able to establish, we would like to have multiple such circular economy units around the city, where we integrate rural and urban communities through this activity. Um, in Pune, there has been movement of farmer markets, and it's really aggressive. You'll see every ward having two farmer markets every week, where people go and buy clean food. We believe these are the same farmers who are in need of good quality organic waste, who can use this compost and produce cleaner food, better food. And that's what we would like to do. Once this result should also encourage the Jilla Parishads or municipal corporations to adopt this model uh, as a decentralized model. Talking about this 10 years ago may have created a lot of questions, but there is a new dynamic that has come in recently, and that is carbon credits. Carbon credits have been in picture for many years, but recently there has been increased pressure on corporates to become net zero. Even the public companies are compelled to become net zero, and one of the biggest advantage in the present policies is they have given a lot of weightage to carbon removal, which is basically, if I put this waste back into the landfills, is going to release methane and is going to add carbon into the atmosphere. If I remove this waste from the landfill, I don't let it go into landfill, that will be added to carbon removal credits. Other than that, once I convert this into compost and use it into the soil, this becomes compost. This becomes carbon insetting credit basically. So the rate of carbon insetting is way too high. So at this point, we are also evaluating carbon as part of this model to make it to improve the margins on what we are doing. And we believe this is a very good point to bring in carbon in any small hold farmers, uh, because farming is going to be one of the biggest carbon insetting opportunities for the world. And as we know, India is dominated by small farmers. If they start doing sustainable farming, and if those sustainable farms become measurable, reportable and verifiable, then this is going to be a big market. We are at a point of evaluating that, integrating that particular aspect in our business. I have minimum one example. There is a company named Vajra who has got funded recently and who is into MRV, and they are working with small farmers in India, and they've already I guess they've already worked with Microsoft on selling their carbon units. So I believe this is a very good time for small farm holders uh, to use carbons as one of the opportunity with the help of these organizations. But as a small unit, that's not possible. But there are companies who are coming and integrating all these farmers together to take advantage of that. Next slide. Cool. Yeah, this is our team, and uh, we are very excited at this point of time with where we are. I can tell you that community supported agriculture is how my journey started. I believe that community supported agriculture um, uh, is good, but in India, I guess infrastructure is a major challenge. So for a small, generally community supported agricultures will be small farms, maybe 1 acre, 5 acre. Rarely it would go above 5 acres. Managing a 10 acre organic community supported farm is very difficult in India. And for 1 to 5 acres, you need to have a very tight infrastructure. And that's what my experience has been. Uh, but at the same time, I am seeing a lot of farmers bringing in their food, organic food, directly to the community in Pune. That happens. There are dedicated farmer markets. There are dedicated organic farmer markets in Pune. And future should be good, but right now it's very tough to run independent organic farm. So maybe you run a organic market garden in parallel with your existing farm activity or any other job, can actually bring in a decent money for your farm. That's what I believe. That's what has been my experience. um, I guess that's it from my side. I would like to uh, have questions from you if you have. I would like to have some discussions. If any one of you is interested in urban farming, terrace gardening, any questions you have, I can answer those based on my experience.
Thank you, sir. That's really a inspiring session on building waste to food circular economy through Earthy Companion Service Private Limited. Thanks for explaining how community-driven agriculture become a powerful solution to urban waste management and declining soil health. By actively involving housing societies, citizens, farmers, or local communities, like your model shows how collective responsibility and participation can create sustainable food system, and especially the concept of composting as a service, highlighting how urban communities can responsibly manage wet waste, while rural farming communities also they benefit through the improved soil, organic carbon, better yields, and reduced input costs. And especially the circular economy unit model, which is a strong example of how community participation and professional system and technology can work together to create the long-term environmental and social impact. Thank you once again for showing us how community-led approaches can strengthen agriculture. So the participants, if you have any questions regarding this session, you can keep in chat box, and also you can raise your hand so the questions will be taken up now. So Prasun, he said he has some question. Prasun, do you want to talk? Yeah, I'll unmute Prasun. My team, kindly make me as a host or kindly unmute Prasun. Yeah. Prasun, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please
hi.
go ahead.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. Sir, it was a very informative session you have, it's like taken, and I have been looking for this for a long time. I work
Okay.
with tribal communities and a special, like eco-sensitive area in Kana National Park near Mandla district in MP. And I actually, because it's a very it's like um, kind of barren land area, plus lot of land which is like there in very small landscape is there. So
Yes.
my main concern is that how can we start initially a very small model for 1 acre of plot, because like most of the farmers there owns a land of 1.5 to like 1 to 1.5 acre of land,
Yes.
and it's
Yes.
very hard for them to start with a like new tech or new initiative, because they're mostly towards rice farming. So like I want a suggestion from your side, like how should we start, or how should I start initiating uh, a technological intervention on a like yours for 1 acre of land with the community initially, like it's like to at least get going with it, and like we can just add more technological intervention later on the later part of implementation.
Prasun, I think your first step, I don't know at what stage you are right now. And are you a technology entrepreneur, or are you going to have a aggregation model? You want to sell this produce?
So,
What are you
yeah,
exactly?
sir, basically, so suppose I come from a techno-social background, like I have a mechanical engineering degree and I work on climate tech. I have a startup which is working on species conservation, but I also work on millet, like millet farming and,
Right.
technological intervention kind of stuff with the community.
Okay,
So,
okay.
yeah,
Because I believe if it's the later part, aggregation of food and selling of food, you might as well focus on whatever they are growing right now, and
okay.
try to create a supply chain out of it, develop money stream for these farmers, will make a huge impact for these farmers to look at you as a serious contributor to their cause. Number one. One of the examples I can give you is Two Brothers Farms from Maharashtra.
Yeah.
Their unique way of positioning themselves as a premium offerings. I don't know how successful they are, okay, but I am seeing rounds of investments happening. Their website is active, and they are bringing a lot of foods on their e-commerce website, so that on front it looks like a e-commerce website selling agro produce, but I believe on the back end they are working a lot with the farmers. So if you are able to come up with something like that, and create a GI if that's possible in that
Okay.
area. So in Pune, near Pune, we have GI for figs.
Hmm.
Then we have GI for turmeric. We have GI in Ratnagiri for mangoes. So I'm sure your area can have a GI if there is going to be some rice that these tribal
We have
communities.
we have both millet and rice as a GI product.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Then I guess you should focus on branding and trying to create premium offerings out of it. I believe, because most of the time we make a mistake of. I believe the food should go to everyone, but making it premium, you would be able to reach to customers who are ready to pay a little higher price on your produce, is what I believe. That's one thing. And second, once you have stream of money, I am sure people would be open to have tech intervention in their farm, which can create a lot of change. I'll just to give you an example. Krishi Vignan Kendra in Baramati is actually doing 5,000 acres of so they are having
Hmm.
25 acres of cluster, and they are having climate station on each cluster. And on that cluster, uh, they are getting live updates on their mobiles whether the water is there in the field, are the crops doing good. That's possible with someone like Krishi Vignan Kendra, Microsoft, and everyone doing that together. At that level, technology intervention makes a lot of sense. I'm sure you would also be able to do it, but people will listen to Krishi Vignan Kendra easily because they're influencing everything in their lives around
Yeah.
that area. And
Yeah.
so partnering like that and then going to farmers will help, and creating money stream should help win their confidence.
Yeah. And sir, the second question is like, how can how can I initiate about, like you told about, ZBF intervention and biofarming. So I have a land of 1 acre and I want to start something there. So what should be the strategy initially for me to start with?
Uh, you can start by see there is something called no tillage farming. Okay, so
Yeah.
you start uh, understanding what exactly is no tillage farming and go with seasonal crops is what I can tell you. And whatever you have on the farm, if you learn to grow back to back, that should help you. Generally in India, I believe 12 months of farming doesn't happen. So it's 3 to 4 months good quality vegetables in any area is possible. The other period becomes very difficult. So running a 1 acre farm sustainably is a little difficult in India. So let's say you do it 3 months during the winter and you have dedicated customer base, you can operate a 1 acre organic market garden. So if you are able to go grow good quality vegetables and if you are able to supply it to markets like Indore, where the IT campuses are there, I'm sure they will pay you premium for that. But the thing is, you'll growing this will need labor, and then the costs involved and infrastructure. When I say infrastructure, it's like you need to have a leveled field. You need to have access to regular contract based tractors, walking tractors. You need to have a pack house. You need to have a little cold storage, natural cold storage. I'm talking about not. I'm not talking about high tech thing. So all these in integration can help you run a organic market garden easily, and having access to some uh, urban cluster around you, they would be ready to pay premium on your food. That's possible.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you,
And
sir.
another thing is, many people miss that they believe that you don't need to put any inputs in organic farming, but that's wrong. ZBNF says that zero budget natural farming, but practically it's not possible. I believe you will need nutrition, organic nutrition, so that's seed meal, rock phosphate, humix combinations, and compost to keep your farm healthy. Fruits will help you. So make a combination of fruits, vegetables long term should help you run an organic market garden in a good way.
So Indumati, I'm going to unmute Indumati.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Sir, firstly, I would love to congratulate Manage also for convening this session. So I would like to ask you, sir, do you have any e-commerce services, as you have told that you are collecting all the wastes from the communities and you're converting it into the compost,
Compost.
So
Yeah.
are you providing any e-commerce service that the people could, they can purchase?
Yeah, you're right. We are not doing that. We would love to. That's what I said. So right now we are able to bring the waste daily to the plant. We are able to process and convert it into the compost. That compost is going into the soil. That soil is producing food, but that food is not going back to the same community. It's going to somewhere else, and yeah, the waste to food circular economy is established. That's not an issue. But ideally, if we are able to supply this food back to these same communities, will play a big role. Let's say even wheat, jowar, the grains also, if we are able to supply. So with multiple circular economy units and multiple farmers connected, we can work on an e-commerce solution.
Okay,
That's in
sir.
the plan, but that's not the priority right now.
Okay. Sir, you have all mentioned that, you have, in a span of 3 years, there was a, drastic change in organic carbon content in the soil.
Yes,
So
yes,
you have
yes.
mentioned from 0.22 to 1 point something,
Two,
sorry,
yeah.
not here. Yeah. So, sir, could you please tell me, could you please, have you not showed the data about the humic acid or a fulvic acid or humin content, how much it has increased over the, whatever you have the practices you are given, and at what rate you have applied to the soil, so it has, if you'd have been very good, that you would have showed us like the raw data which before the treatments and the after treatments what you have done. I mean, these contents, if it helps, because why I have raised this question is,
Yes.
this you're telling collected the urban wet waste,
Yeah.
so it's just the, the vegetable waste, or maybe the um, whatever the household waste. So I am an agriculture student. I'm a PhD graduate. So I'm a soil scientist actually. Um, so I would like to ask you, only this, the the resident waste could help to improve that much of organic carbon in the soil, or you have any other additives like the format menus or like farm dunks, that I want
So
to
I'll tell
ask.
you.
Like,
It's nice if I'm talking to a scientist, I should be careful, right? So I'll tell you how it started. We started loading. So as I told you, I got inspired with Jin Martin from Quebec, and I got to know that these people are using. So the cycle starts. This is the start of the cycle, 0 day. I start with 3 inches compost, 2.5 feet. On that,
okay,
I will build 3-inch layer of compost. I will incorporate it into the soil. Okay.
Hmm.
Then I will uh, cover it with mulch. Okay. Either synthetic mulch or natural mulch. And I water it.
Okay,
Uh, Within 15 days to 25 days, generally there would be some grass growing over it. We
okay,
would remove that, and then we will add complete organic fertilizer of Steve Solomon,
okay.
uh, which is basically the combination of oilseed meals, pongamia, cottonseed meal.
Hmm.
um okay, and then we would add meal, steamed bone meal. Okay, steamed bone meal, then rock phosphate in it, and K2SO4. That's micronutrients. We would use commercial micronutrients from the market. All this combination at a rate of 4 liters. We would do this in 4 liters as Steve Solomon recommended. So 4 liters per square feet of running bed, per square meter of running bed is what we did. 100 square feet, 4 liters.
Okay,
That was the proposal we did. We did this 3 times in a season. So let's say our season would start in September. If the rains stop, we'll again repeat this in December for new season, and again repeat it in March. Okay.
okay,
And in July it would rain. We would stop doing anything. By the time it's August or September, there would be a lot of grass growing on it. So we start covering it again with the mulching paper by adding 3 inch of compost. This was a very intensive compost integrated farming done on a 9,000 square feet area
okay,
with a bed size of 2.5 feet by 60 feet. That's what we did. And other than this, we used Jivamrut. Uh,
okay.
uh,
Jivamrit. Yeah.
so Jivamrut, we would do a 10-day repeat only.
Hmm.
Other than this, it's 6 years since I did that. So just let me recall if I'm missing anything. Yeah, we added calcium
Oh,
in the form of dolomite. Uh, in the form of dolomite. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
okay, sir.
So hopefully this gives you enough uh, ingredient points to help you understand. We did this for 3 years, definitely 4 years. Yeah, 4 years, and every time we farmed for 6 months. That's what the growing cycle was for us for this organic market garden. And we dedicated a lot of focus on this 9,000 square feet land, and we did these soil testing once in 2017, once in 2019, and once in 2020, I guess, end. And we could see the first test when the land was raw, the OC was 0.22, and by the end of 4 years, it was 1.22.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. I think I can take one more question from Meghraj. Hello.
Hello, yes.
Hello, Meghraj. Hello, Meghraj. Okay, I'll take the questions in chat box.
Sure.
So there is a question from Shamolima. Shamolima, sir, can you reflect more on how carbon credit will uplift the small and marginal farmers? How it can help to enhance their income?
So, carbon credit, we ourselves are also evaluating. We don't have a complete answer to it, but I believe that lot of new companies will sprout up to integrate all these farmers into cooperatives or farmer producer organizations. For carbon credit, measurability, reportability, and verification are the three things that are utmost important. Okay. Earlier, all these organizations would generally be based out of Europe or USA, but recently in India there have been many startups which have started in India, and they will start approaching farmers. So it's not like some farmer says like I want to take advantage of carbon soils, go and set up uh, 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 or I will register my farm. That won't be possible. But if you are able to target a village at a cooperative level or farmer producer organization level, and if you are able to have an integration with an agency which is doing measuring, reporting and verification, it is a big opportunity at a village level. And the company would take its own share of providing service of measuring, reporting, verification, but farmer will get a part of it, uh, as he is directly responsible to sequester that much carbon into his soil, which is going to contribute to reducing global warming.
Yeah, okay, sir. And one more question from Ishika. How can urban residents actively participate beyond just being consumers?
Uh, uh, so we have a very harsh reality based experience with our this thing. Okay, people are way too busy in their daily routine. So at mass level, people integrating themselves into this kind of a cause is a little difficult, but there are many people who actively do composting at home. There are many people who actively go to the farmer and ask for food. They are ready to pay the premium. So you need to create such platforms, uh, either WhatsApp groups, to check if you have that cluster of 500, 600 consumers, and then you can start integrating them into various activities. First activity is selling good quality food, healthy food to these guys, integrating with them with the farms as a farm stay option. So that builds a little tourism that can bring in some money. But it's a huge effort at the city level where you'll have to bring all these like-minded people onto some platform. With technology, it becomes easier if you have that energy, if you have that motivation to do that. That's an amazing option, because farm stays may increase henceforth. People need good quality healthy food, and having a cluster of 600,000 consumers together on a group can help you initiate this kind of initiative. This is how people can participate. By whatever they are consuming, they take a share out of it and directly engage with you, with the farmers, is what I believe. So in Pune, during the rice sowing season, there are many farms who invite people to the farm to help them with sowing. Uh, that also then helps them book the rice in advance, because now they are involved in the sowing. They know the farmer. They say, okay, we would like to have rice. So lot of farmers are engaged in direct selling of their produce. Rice is there. Um, Mangoes in Maharashtra, a lot of people are directly buying mangoes from the farmers. This is the major contribution I see from the community, direct buying from farmers. This may not replace the parallel commercial supply chain as such, but people like to have food directly from the farmer, little assurance on good quality food, connecting with the farmers who are doing good practices. That's what I believe.
So one last question I'll take from Santosh. In your experience, what are the key factors for scaling a CSA model across different cities?
Uh, uh, there are two answers to it. One is you are building a CSA with the help of farmers. So you have a lot of farmer producer organizations that have sprouted up across. So a particular village having strong cooperative or a farmer producer organization can help you scale fast, because you'll have lot of food. Having bigger land will help you consolidate on the produce side, because if you don't have produce, you cannot sell anything to the end customers. So let's say 30% farms fail, still you have 70% farms who are producing something, and you can take food from them and take to the urban community directly. That's one thing. So that's critical, integrating with a group of farmers rather than focusing on one single farmer. Second is avoid marketing organic produce. You can go for residue free to start with. Make farmers comfortable that there are people in front who are ready to buy your produce, even if it's residue free, and then you motivate people to go the organic way. So a lot of certification agencies are there, and they are doing organic certification. Also, by the time you reach a level where you can actually grow organic food, this residue free customer base is there for you to target. But you directly start with something like organic farm, it's little difficult, because initial failure will demotivate farmers. They'll run away from you. That's what I can. So to scale up, farmer partnership is critical. To win their confidence, you'll have to create a money stream to them, and win their confidence, and be realistic on margins, on premiumness, and for the farmers also. Don't overpromise. And third thing is infrastructure. If you are able to contribute in any way to the infrastructure for the farmer, CSS would be successful. Something like water. Every farmer fighting for a water in his own way is very difficult. But if you are a group of farmers, and if you are able to create a water scheme for them, can make a big difference. This water scheme, if done through a CSA or an NGO, may not uh, uh, put a hole in your pocket, but will help you get entire credit for this executing this particular scheme, and that's how you can win farmer confidence and then go ahead. So this is one example. Then second is awareness and education programs that will help farmers learn realistic um, uh, realistic methods of cultivation, growing healthy food. So understanding what is organic matter, what is soil biodiversity, and how it is going to improve the quality of food, and you would be able to give good money for that healthy food, is what will make a lot of difference. That's it.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. And thank you, participants, for all your questions. So still, if you have any questions, you can contact the speaker. So the speaker contact details are shared in the chat box. And also, if you want to watch this webinar again, the YouTube link to watch the full session is also provided in the chat box. You can watch it. And also, to stay updated upcoming events, programs, and exciting opportunities from Manage, be sure to follow us on our social media handles. And along with this, as we have launched a Manage Fish Hub Incubation Center, so we are opening doors to various programs from business incubation and expert mentorship to funding access and technology support. So with this, I would like to update some of the few programs from the Managed Fish Hub. The one program is that the Fisheries Startups and Aquapreneurship Stakeholder Meet. So this program actually aims to bring together all the stakeholders of India's fisheries and aquaculture ecosystem on a single collaborative platform. Actually, it provides startups with the opportunities to showcase their innovations, and they also connect with the farmers, and they can learn from the successful ventures. So actually, we are organizing this program at Chaudhary Charan Singh Haryana Agriculture University, Hisar, Haryana on Feb 16th. So interested participant, you can register. And along with this, we are also organizing Aqua Yuva Entrepreneurship Program for fishery students and also Aqua Udemy Entrepreneurship Development Program for youth fishermen and fish entrepreneurs in Haryana. So for more details when and where we are organizing this program, kindly check our social media handles. And so yeah, before concluding the session, I would like to thank our speaker Parikshit sir for sharing your valuable insights today and for patiently answering all the questions. It's really a pleasure to have you here, sir. And also, I would like to thank our director, Dr. Saravnanda, sir, for organizing this webinar. And also, my thanks go to entire Manacia team for their efforts in organizing today's session so seamlessly. Finally, don't forget to give the feedback of this webinar. The feedback link is given in the chat box, and also do register for the upcoming webinar. And see you next week with another exciting topic. Until then, please take care. Bye. Thank you,
Thank you.
Parikshit sir. Thank you.